Hi, Ryan, James, Laura, and Garrett. How are you?
Hi, thanks
Great.
for
How are
being here.
you?
I'm very well. So, all three of you are so hilarious on the show. I love the physical comedy that you all bring to your roles. So, I'm curious for all three of you, what do you like best about working with each other?
That I honestly, we're like adults on the playground,
Yeah.
right? And we forgot we were adults. So, and because each of us did. So we're like, we're not adults. We had so much fun together. It was an opportunity for us to really play. And I think the invitation to play was there from our showrunners and then from each of us to one another. And then that spirit of play comes out and we just have a great time.
Yeah, it's a fully collaborative environment from the showrunners all the way down, and it's nice in that there's freedom to laugh. So the camera operators, the assistant directors, like they're all there. There's probably 80 people in the room, something like that, all working, all having individual jobs, but they have the freedom to laugh if they find something funny. So really, it becomes making your friends laugh. Like, these people are your friends. We're making each other laugh, and that's your day. Like, that's your job. So it's a pretty ideal circumstance.
And we're trying to make each other laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there were scenes, like the first time Garrett ever did the show, the last scene, we couldn't get through it. We were laughing so hard.
Yeah.
And finally, I just had to almost hold my breath. Don't laugh, so we can get this take. Because at some point, the crew is going to start getting really annoyed with me because I just keep laughing.
Well, and the funny part is the crew are the ones who were like giggling behind the camera, and so they were getting invested in the jokes with us. And I remember there's a later episode where they both came in costumes. I can't say any. I don't know if I can say more than that, but like they're just these costumes they walked in on, and they're like, okay, but you have to take this they're entering the scene, so I had to take it very serious. And I was like, how am I not supposed to laugh at that? And then like before the take goes off, they're just walking around in their costumes. And then we all have to suddenly take it so serious. And we're like, okay, you're on a sitcom, but you also have to take the scene serious enough to get through the dialogue.
I love it. So I just spoke with Audrey Grace and Tyler, and they were speaking so highly about all three of you. They're going on and on. They're like legends. We learned so much. So what's your take for all three of you about working with them?
There's so much. They're so free, and they love playing. And I think there was just such an immediate connection between the entire cast. And so, as the adults in the room, we felt a lot of responsibility to help foster them into the industry in a great way. And the whole environment was just very special.
And I will say they are consummate professionals. Like I was like, oh, they have their lines memorized for the
all the time.
Producer or the network run through.
Yeah.
I can't not. If they are 11 years old and learn all of their dialogue in 24 hours while they're also going to school, what is my excuse? Yes, I know I have a child, but really, what's my excuse? And so I think there was just sort of like a reminder of like a work ethic thing that they have that was so impressive, and the rhythm that they're in, and they were all Imogen, Audrey Grace, Tyler, they love each other. Like, they got sad when we were on a hiatus because they couldn't see. They were making play dates to figure out how they could spend time with each other. And it was so sweet to see that genuine connection that they have, and also just how they just rose to this occasion of tremendous responsibility in carrying the show, and they just blew everyone away. And it was really amazing to watch and to see them grow throughout the series. I think you'll see as the episodes go on how they lock in and they find their characters and they find their jokes, and they're just like totally connected, like they're just locked in, and it's amazing. I can't say enough about how wonderful they both are.
They really are. They're so smart and they're clever.
I know you spoke to Audrey Grace and Tyler, but also is a
yes.
He's a wonder.
Yes.
A wonder.
I loved where she got to show off her singing skills a bit. That episode was amazing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of singing skills being shown off on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, how about, but for the three of you, some singing? I see some dancing. I didn't get to any singing.
Oh,
and I'm like waiting for the singing.
There is many opportunities to
there's
a lot of singing.
Oh yeah. This is definitely if you like music, this is the show for you. If you like slapstick, if you like farce, if you like, really like it's
animation.
It's wild. It's wild and it's fun and it's full of heart.
Yeah.
So sorry, go on.
We definitely sing. I was just saying.
Okay, good. So in keeping with the theme of this show, if you could be granted any wish, what would it be for all three of you?
How about a couple more seasons, huh?
Here you go.
That's a good wish.
Okay.
I love it. So all three of you have worked with some amazing scene partners, amazing collaborators over the years. Who would you love to work with again that you've worked with in the past?
Amazing group.
Yeah, I want us all to come back and get to, invest more in this world. It feels like such a fun world to be a part of. If I can work with anyone again, it's everyone on the show.
There's actually a fun stories. On our last day, it was such an emotional day. It was like everyone was just rocked, and we were sitting there on the couch, and they do this thing where just everyone comes in who works on the production and crowds around, and people kind of give shout outs to people who really made their experience special throughout this entire thing. And the whole family, like, we're sitting there on the couch, like very emotional because we're having to just look at these people and not see them for a couple of months. So I think that's why we're all focused on, we really hope that we get more time with this show because the people really made the experience unbelievable from top to bottom.
I will say that, there is definitely such an environment of fun and joy and play. And I think a lot of us also felt like the pandemic had sort of taken a lot of that away from our lives. And we got to have that with each other. And I think that was another reason why we were just so sad to leave one another, because it was such a gift to get to feel joy and silly again when things have felt so heavy. Mm-hmm. But in terms of answering your question, yes, Fairly OddParents, and I loved my cast of Heart of Dixie, and I would love to work with them again. There's a couple of them, but it's anything that adds music or dance. Those shows I've done, like Perfect Harmony, that I'm like, I want to do that.
And finally, what have all three of you been watching lately that you've been really into?
Good question. I recently, actually, it's funny. I just saw an episode of Rugrats, the animated series, and that really brought me back to when I was a kid watching the original cartoon, and it made me very, very excited for our show to come out so that people have that same experience.
Outlander, honey. Outlander.
No shame.
Okay. I got that Outlander, and I'm about to watch Uhtred of Bebbanburg in the
Uhtred. I'm in the middle of it. It's so good.
I love it.
It's so good. Uhtred of Bebbanburg. Do whatever you want. I'll watch it.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much for the art that you bring into the world. I really appreciate it. I hope there's a season 2. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Where are you from in Canada?
Toronto.
Oh, great. That's where I'm from.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much for this. Thanks for taking the time.